strange. Are we live? Is that what's going on? Dropping frames, no kilobits. You know, the whole problem. No lag? No lag out there? 13 minutes late? Let's get some lates in the chat. What do you say?
Fuck it.
I want to see some lates in the chat. Lates. We got members. You know how you become a member? You know? That's how you do it. Oh, there you go. There you go. And you know what that means, right?
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and
you think this song's cool, right? But you don't know about masturbation, jerk off. Broadcast live with audio. This is badass. The No Land. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Tommy C, and this is Shopping Point Tuesday. We'll be here, coming back to finish out the week. Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sorry for the lateness. But the same issue that was giving us problems last week in Love Phones, I caught it before we went live. So you can thank me in the morning for what I'm about to do to you tonight. Walt behind the glass, how are you, sir?
What's up? Let's do it.
Yep. You sound into it. You said I was kind of emo for the show, and then you're all fucking emo. What's up with that? It's rubbing off on you. Storyfire. That's my new thing. I'm posting a lot in Storyfire, and I'm actually enjoying it. I feel like I just started in the YouTube hobby. It's wild. And once they give me, I don't know when they're gonna do it. Diorio got. Well, when I get in there, I am gonna put content up there that I'm not gonna put anywhere else. It's gonna be like a minor league. You're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be appalled, and you might not even like it. But I'm going to do what I want, what I'm feeling over there. I'm going to be an artiste, I suppose. An artiste. So probably not a lot of comedy. But I'll post stupid things. And did you hear I got canceled from Storyfire and then uncanceled?
Yeah, that was the quickest canceling history.
Because I said neggers, like Ninja did. And then somebody reported me because I said retard.
Yeah.
I said retard, and apparently, that's the N-word to retards.
I've been negging Tommy.
Nick looks like a grenade launcher. Yes, he sure does. Retro Game Throwdown. Is that a big channel? Sounds like something I would go to. Retro Game Throwdown. Hey, guys, I'm checking out the new Raspberry Pi image. Wow, look at all these games. Daphne. Sega CD, Mega Drive, for all you morons in the state. That means Genesis in Europe. Lots of this. Hey, Sergeant Payne. It's Sergeant Payne's in the chat.
Holy shit, it's him.
Yeah. Boy, you threw that Sanders Kennedy for a loop. You sure did. So, I woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And then Augie hit his 20K, so I joined him over there. And then towards the end of the night, nothing really shocks me anymore from what comes over there. I guess this one shocked me in the sense that I just where it was coming from and what I know about the situation. Nick's a psychopath, apparently. Or at least that was the plan. I don't know if the plan got off. Nick did tell me about this. He sent is this Snapchat or what are we looking at here?
It's Instagram, I believe.
Instagram. Riveter, do you think Storyfire could ever give YouTube a run because of more freedom of speech available? I don't know. It doesn't say anything about freedom of speech in there. He got fucking me. Got me, Riveter. We're going to find out. Because I'm going to do, I felt so free just posting the way I wanted to. I mean, even like my stupid Satanism jokes, which would get like 2 likes on Twitter and a lot of like hate. Not that I care about that, but I mean, it's just that, you know, all Augies, everybody's fans are kind of over there, and we kind of share a fan base. So, you know, I think people are a little more tolerant of me. It's only those old school fire story people that didn't appreciate Mr. C. Mr. C. Get to know me. I'm coming to fire story. I'm going to see what happens. I'm interested. I don't know. What the fuck? This is all new media. So Nick tells me, yesterday, like 48 hours ago, that this is Snapchat, you said?
No, it's Instagram.
Instagram
DMs.
You can see that I only use 2 3 social media services, period. Hey, man. No, we've had our ups and downs, mostly downs, but I sincerely wanted to thank you. With the money I've made and absolutely trashing your reputation, I've been able to purchase a gaming PC capable of playing Cyberpunk on max settings, the way the developers meant for it to be played. Thank you. I'll let you know how it goes. So I've told Nick off this offline. He told me this when it happened. I said, why did you do that? It's like a DM. Stefan Cabino. I've critiqued plenty of people throughout my time. All right, I'm about to read it. It's become a bit of a copy pasta. Now, I did say to Nick at the time, it's because it's like a DM. I think that was a little overboard. You know, kicking the guy while he was down. And then Nick proceeded to read me. Him essentially suggested, and I don't know fucking Ginger Heat's fucking thing. I'm not going to get into it. I barely consider him a public figure. That's not disrespect. I just don't think he is. And they kind of suggested he was kind of a deadbeat dad. I don't know anything about that. I wouldn't believe it if it came out of fucking Bunty's mouth. And I happen to know through Bunty's alienated himself from absolutely everybody. Absolutely everybody. But I did say to Matt, I was like, you feel like a private message? Like, what the fucking point? Now, this is actually a joke. And Chris, if you think Nick is petty, you got to hear what I did this time last year. He was going on about Cyberpunk last year. He was going on about Gamescom, right? Which I had absolutely no plans to go to and no interest, right? And, he was a gamer. He's a big gamer. Bunty King the gamer. He's a gamer guy. And just prior to that, he feels like he's got to attack, absolutely everybody that he sees as an anti-SJW now or a conservative or whatever. And he picked me about 16 months ago out of nowhere. So, and that's kind of what started the whole Nick videos on him. Nick wanted to find out what he was famous for. And then the deep dive showed the guy's a fucking trend-hopping YouTuber. That's kind of a complete fraud. Fact. Like the show, the right will lose if they go with ban porn thing. Yes, it's like are they going with the? I'm definitely not for banning porn. Who do I look like? What's her name? The band? Who wants porn banned? What's her name? The girl. She says it's cheating. Brittany Ventney.
Yeah.
Brittany Ventney wants to. I don't know if she wants to ban it, but she says it's cheating, and so yeah. I don't care. My wife doesn't think it's cheating, so it doesn't really affect me. But I'm not even that into it anyway. But so he writes this. I told him, I was like, yeah, it's a little, but then he goes on. He says all this fucking rotten shit. He's blocked most of us, but he always goes on about his high horse. And Nick, if for some reason you're in the chat, if you could send me the Facebook thing, I would love to read it. So Nick decides to, because he really sounded like obnoxious ass. In fact, if this was the response to his Facebook post, like directly on there is 0, I don't think Chris would have had a problem with it. So Chris writes his copy pasta, what's soon to be. I've critiqued plenty of people throughout my time on YouTube, but never did I even cross my mind to be this sociopathically petty. You're better than us. To people I've criticized. I don't really know who Nick is, which made me really suspicious right away. in but this was sent to a friend of mine. Who the fuck? Yeah, everybody. Yeah, why didn't you put Bunty King? And honestly, it's just fucking unhinged. So, my first thoughts were Chris is friends with Bunty. I don't really have a problem with sticking up with Bunty. But then I started watching like Cabos went to defend Nick and something like that. He went to defend Nick kind of, and they started this sort of Mean Girls trick. That's so strange. That tweet, the DM, it's so bizarre. It's so strange. It almost felt like it was, I don't know, like somebody thought of this. Like all the big YouTubers started jumping on it. Big shocker, when it started looking like the water was real warm, Mr. Take a Stand, Delete My Tweets, Elvis the Alien, he jumped on right away. Yes, it's so strange. It's weird. I'm not saying anything. It's just so weird. It's weird. And that was just like it felt like I was dealing with a bunch of girls being mean to another girl that they wanted them out of their group. It was just, it was so bizarre. And what else is bizarre is I've met Chris offline. I've heard of his reputation. He is not one to stick his nose in drama or be aggressive. Everything you see on there is an act. Chris is extremely soft-spoken, and you need a crowbar to get a word out of his fucking mouth. Don't believe me? Watch the Rubin Report. He looked ridiculously uncomfortable, and that's not a criticism as far as like his character is what he is. But it made me a little strange when he did this video, sent me a video, and he clearly was in character. So let's look at some of the responses to this. I mean, I saw a fucking thing. I had to laugh. And the predictable response is like, John Swan, Nick is a monster. The dude is unhinged. The language here is just so over the top. It's every bit as over the top is what Nick did to Bunty, which I do, again, I think he probably shouldn't have done this. But it's also the cyberpunk thing was a reference to him begging for money on Twitch so he could buy a gaming PC, so he could play it on full settings. He's actually kind of quoting him right there. There's no reason that Chris should have known that. I mean, he was such a fucking asshole, Chris. He's also trying to beg for money to get to Gamescom. I had no plans to go to Gamescom. He said he was going to go look for a job. You help him out, he's going to go look for a job. Oh, by the way, Gamescom is not the place to look for a job. It's a place for companies to show their wares. There's not. It's not like a job fair where there's like fucking 10,000 resumes to fill out. You ever go to them when you were like 19 and you had some shit job or in between college or wherever you're going? Yeah. It's not like that. It's the company showing their wares, and it looked very transparent way to get a ticket to go to Cologne and pretend like he's some kind of industry mogul. He's not. All right. So that's the reference. Nick didn't even probably make enough money. I'm sure he made a dime or two on the Bunty videos, but he didn't even try to make money. But I mean, all those responses are kind of predictable, unhinged, because the language is just so over the top. Justice for Bunty. Jesus. Justice for Bunty. Could anybody put some context? Which, yeah, that was probably a predictable question too. But I did see, what's his name arguing with him. God, I don't like regular Twit. I don't like what they do here. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, this is my personal favorite. Ethan Klein. Completely normal time to send a DM at 1 o'clock. Hey, does anybody ever say, like, I'm going to write this DM? Oh, it's 1 o'clock. Jesus, is TwizFizz? That means what time is it in Australia? Can I send a DM to TwizFizz? Like, Ethan, this makes me suspicious right here. Like, what a bizarre takeaway. He said it at 1 a.m.
And also, Tommy,
like,
do you want to know something funny?
Yeah.
Ethan did the same thing towards Nick. He tweeted at him at 1 a.m.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this whole fucking thing was planned and Chris got talked into doing this stupid shit. And not easily either, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't like this kind of stuff. I mean, this is like super, super over the top. Let's go to Carlos' site, because he got into it with a little bit, and then he got into it with me. but he was respectful. I also want to point that out. I'm not really hating on Chris that much. I don't. Let's see if we get some more replies here. No, see what? See, I try to open his replies. Hello, deleted tweets now. Yeah, Chris Ray.
Elvis,
Elvis got in there. Delete. He jumped up because he thought the water was warm, and then of course, Elvis, you really gotta. You know what? Do it. I don't fucking care. Nobody listens to me anyway. Remember when Elvis made a video crying about Leafy manipulating him? Yes, I do. The thing is, Elvis, is you have this incredible fucking habit to try to grandstand when it's easy, but you also have the same exact skill to grandstand when you think it's going to be easy and it's not. And you end up deleting. This is all the time. You jump on this Lazo thing. You gotta apologize. You jump on this. I mean, you're the first to say, "Boy, good guy," and it was the same kind of theme. It's so strange. It's so weird.
I sent you a link to Elvis. I sent you a screenshot of Elvis's tweet, Tommy, and on Discord.
Yeah, let's look at this precocious horse shit. How is this a joke? He sent this in a private to goad him. Just weird. Just hashtag. Just weird. It's just so strange. So how bizarre. How strange. How bizarre. Very, very strange. I mean, there seemed to be a theme. It's so strange to DM somebody at 1 o'clock. How bizarre. Why does that happen? There must be something more to uncover here. There must be a real problem. So, it seemed to be getting a little out of control. So I did stick my nose in it. I was pretty respectful, I think.
Hey, Chris, tone it down a little bit because, let's keep in mind who you're
I'd love to hear my own voice.
defending. What Nick did was crappy. I told him so. But let's keep in mind who you're talking about here. And all the bullshit and lies and the crappy things that Bunty King has done to other people. Just recently writing on Facebook that his former friend, which you would probably be too if you didn't have clout still, was a deadbeat father. So please, the high horse, get off it. He gets one sort of petty tweet to bust his balls, and you're acting like it's psychopathy. You just tone it down a little bit. Bunty's a psychopath himself.
So Chris responds to me quite creatively. Oh, don't tell me. He did. Chris responded to me respectfully, by the way. Probably a little more respectful than I responded to him. All right, and here's what he goes.
Tommy.
And right off the bat, he's in character. And now I'm not taking his stuff seriously at all. That's not the way he talks on private. He's soft-spoken. And look, I like his act. Chris is a great YouTuber. But it's just like, you just kind of call my friend a psychopath, and you're kind of leading people on to think that there's something deeper here than a fucking being a prick on the internet. And, you come off like, all right, now we're in, I put on my East Coast accent a little heavier there, too. I think he's from the Bronx or Yonkers or something like that. So now we're doing it back and forth to each other, and it's just weird.
Oh my god, I look terrible. This isn't really about Bunty. That's kind of the point. I wouldn't send a message like that to fucking Keemstar. I wouldn't.
Of course, you guys are friends. He put you in your video game.
Send a message.
Oh, I guess they got in a fight after the mental health thing.
Like that to fucking Jeffrey Epstein. There's just something
I'd send a bomb to Jeffrey Epstein, personally honest with you, but
so fucking bizarre about being like, hey,
strange,
I'm gonna make a lot of money trashing this human being. And then just be like, oh yeah, I'm not satisfied with just the amount of money that I'm making. I'm not satisfied with the amount of clout that I have because of it. All I really want is to just let the person know. I want to get in contact with him and be like, hey, just letting you know I'm having a great time as I trash your reputation. I don't care whose reputation it is. It doesn't matter. It's still really creepy. I've dealt with some genuine insane people. I've criticized...
Exactly. And so have I. And Nick doesn't approach it. That's why I have a little difficult time taking this seriously. And now we're even, and my whole point in my first sort of video is let's not take the fucking psychopathy route. And he doubles down on it in a sense. Now, look, I'm not going to hold anybody, if you think that's fucking weird and it's uncomfortable, I'm not 100% comfortable by Nick sending that either. I thought it's kind of kicking somebody where he's down. But then I remember it's Bunty King and I don't care. And I think that's what happened to Chris here. I think that's why nobody gives a shit, because Bunty King's that bit of a rotten son of a bitch. And I get his point where he's saying that's above and beyond, and it might be. But to sit there and stretch it to the point where I gotta be careful, get the fuck out of here. He's being mean on the internet.
That's a lot of money.
I would even go as far to say Nick is being a bully. Gloating over trashing somebody's reputation is petty. If I didn't know Nick, I thought it would be some toxic edgelords to weaponize his critiques. By the way, Chris didn't say psychopath. No, he said he did. No. What was it? Psychopathically petty. So you're not exactly right. Well, you didn't say psychopath, so please don't get into that with him. So my problem is, and you can see it right here as he goes on, he takes it from this is fucking out of line and shitty to there's a mental problem. Does he say it literally? No. He does suggest it and leave it that way. And I even wrote him back. I said, come on, let's leave Freud out of it.
People who are fucking mental, dude. And not once did it cross my mind to be like, oh, I should let this person know that I'm having a great time doing this. It's just a weird fucking thing. And you don't think I've talked to Bunty about all the stupid shit he's done? Like, give me a fucking break.
I think it's more than stupid. I think he's his vicious, petty fuck himself. And I think what Nick's doing is giving him a taste of his own fucking medicine. Has it gone on too long? Maybe. All right? Maybe. But let's not pretend this is anything more than an STDM to fucking goad somebody.
It's fine. I don't even have a problem with him milking the subject of Bunty King. He can make videos.
It's a private DM. What's the milk? Can you monetize them?
For the rest of the time, honestly. It's a free country. It's one of the beautiful things about the internet, right? It's a free country. It's a free web. But I do think there's like a level of just like, what would compel you to just do that? I don't know. There's something.
It's fucking funny. You're being mean to a fucking horrible human being. That's what would compel you. Now, you can make your judgment based on Nick on something like that. But let's not act like he didn't send him a dick pic. He didn't send him like masturbating on a fucking, a Pokemon doll and take a picture of it. And that's what I feel like, what would compel you to do something like that. Say a nasty DM, yeah, I can see what could compel you. Like, do so, like, but I feel like you're talking about something that didn't happen.
Like, really mundane about it?
There's nothing mundane about that fucking tweet. Or that DM. That was fucking mean and fucking funny.
I almost think, like, why would you even go through the effort to type this message out to somebody? That's just my opinion, I guess.
So above
I'm not the kind of person to do this sort of thing, so it's just alien to me.
You're better than me.
But, like I said, I don't know who Nick is. I just saw this message.
The second time he said that. I don't know who Nick is. Nick, did that? Bunty King. Nobody knows who Nick is, but they all have strong opinions about what he's saying offline. Or maybe because he did, oh, that's right. No, he put Nick's picture. I don't know who Nick is, but, listen. And then Elvis the Alien jumped in, who knows who Nick is. And then Ethan Klein jumps in, who knows who Nick is. But nobody knows who Nick is. I don't know. Psychopathically. Oh, God, Jesus. Not what, oh, God, are you really going to fucking mince words? He's basic. And you know what? You really I don't know why he sent me fat butt. He goes on in this fucking video and kind of suggests that this is beyond the realm, that this might be kind of crazy and beyond mental illness. So clearly I didn't say it right, but he's obviously saying that there's some sort of mental illness involved. We can't deny that, can we?
Wait, Nicholas Iorio, is that the guy who's verified on Storyfire with no uploads? 70,000 blaze in the bank, Tommy?
I'm getting this like ridiculous horseshit in the chat. No, he did. He suggested that this is beyond the fucking pale, and this is not Nick being a dick. It's more than that. You know why? Because he wouldn't do something like that. That's exactly what he said. So let's not mince words here. Let's not he didn't call him a rapist. He just said he sexually assaulted somebody type fucking argument. All right? Come on. Stop embarrassing yourself. Sociopath, psychopath. Come on. Give me he called you a sociopath, Nick, not a psycho. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Which would you rather be, Nick? Which would you rather be?
I think the guy was a lot of money, I guess, his friend at the end of the day. I don't think he's that stupid. I mean, like,
why is Elvis the Alien that stupid? Why is what's his face that stupid?
Well, dude, he heard someone talk about being a diagnosed sociopath and he popped a boner.
Yeah. Yeah. Elvis the Alien seems to get around and delete all the tweets. He's taking those hard stances. You know, those stances. You know what? I don't care if I'm going to take some shit for this. I might get ratioed. This is how I feel. Not Elvis the Alien.
Dude, this whole community is reverse Cavosing me right now. The only way they can counter me is to go, Nick's a bad person. Nick's a bad person. From every fucking angle right now.
Well,
it's the opposite.
Maybe you are. Oh, I have no people I have no problem with people saying, "Come on, Nick, you won." You know, but what he's doing right here is just like, first of all, he's in character. And that's why I couldn't take this seriously. He's soft spoken. He's gentle.
But here's the deal, Tommy. You know what? He's never had 80,000 Blaze in his account before. I've been on the Blaze all day, bro, just like sniffing that shit up, dude. I'm fired up. I want to DM Bunty again after that.
My opinion, I guess, I'm not the kind of person to do this sort of thing, so it's just alien to me. But like
Elvis the Alien to you?
Like I said, I don't know who Nick is. No. I just saw this message, and it was just like, what the fuck?
Did you see this message? Did Bunty fucking cry to you? Like he's cried to multiple friends of ours to call fucking Nick or me or somebody else out. What really happened? You know what? You don't have to answer that, but that's what I'm interested in.
Dude, I'll talk to some streamers.
I got to be honest with you. This is so out of... You want to talk about psychopathy and fucking psychology and all that other... This is so out of character for Chris. So out of fucking left field. It feels coordinated. It
Dude, he'll
really,
go and,
really
dump
does.
On me. Like maybe he'll talk about me like I'm subhuman to these random streamers who have no idea who I am and who are just like, "How you doing, buddy?"
Well, he has no idea but he knows you're subhuman. You know.
Like, do you remember that? I guess I could talk about this now. Like, there was a falling out with that Rora Pickles girl who's like friends with Ricky or whatever, and she like stomped him publicly for being like weird with her and shit like that. Yeah, dude. Like, she was just like he was demolishing us and like fucking video call after video call. Yeah. Because all she did was ask, like, why you're not friends with Ricky anymore. Like, he goes around talking shit in private to everybody.
Nick was definitely being a Chris. Chris's reaction to the situation shows you.
Dude, you know what this was? Do you know what this was? Let me explain to you what this was. This was a couple guys sitting in a Discord call at 1 o'clock in the morning, giggling our asses off because we saw some funny Facebook posts that Bunty King made that are probably going to show up in a Twitterverses now because he did all this. So we were just sitting there giggling about something, and I'm like, yo, how funny would it be if I DM'd him telling him that he's responsible for my computer? Because Bunty had a history of going on and crying about Cyberpunk or whatever. It's in my video. It's all there. So we thought it would be funny. Like, no balls, you won't do it. I went, yes, I did. And it's not like I went and reached out to Bunty like private in the DMs to like have this like one-on-one discussion. Dude, I sent that DM so I could immediately take a screenshot and put it on my Twitter feed so they can laugh. It's not like I was like, hey, Bunty, between you and me, I fucked you, buddy. I fucked you good. Actually, I used the money that I made from you to buy a computer. And I'm not even on public social media right now. Nobody's seeing this. This is between us. No, dude, I took a screenshot, posted it in my timeline, and went, that's kind of funny, and then moved on with my night. And he's the guy who went crying to Chris Ray-gun, and Chris is like, we should put this man in a straitjacket, see? Like, out of here, dude. Like your fucking Brooklyn-ass accent.
But I don't know. Yeah, it's like, look, I don't want to dump on Chris. Is a really good creator. Chris has been nothing but nice to me. But I thought, as heavy-handed as you are with Bunty, I thought he was just as heavy-handed. And maybe he could justify that because you're being a mean old prick. Okay, fine. But it's so, to go this route, it's just so passive-aggressive to me. And everybody knows that nothing irritates me more than passive-aggressive behavior. And that's what it felt like with Elvis getting involved because he's the most passive-aggressive prick I ever met. With fucking Ethan Klein, for Christ's sakes, who uses guy's suicide to get over on Keemstar. You know, I mean, it just all feels just so coordinated and passive. And it may be only coordinated where just Bunty begged him. But I got to be perfectly honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if these little guys got together and said, we'll get him. And dude's Chris.
Yeah, Tommy, this was definitely calculated. It makes me look awful. Did you see it? Like, he specifically did it this way. He didn't say my name in the tweet, so he implied that you wanted to click on it to see what happened. You go on there, you see my fucking name right at the top. And he didn't say it was to Bunty King. And the minute that people knew it was to Bunty King, he started getting messages like, when are you uploading your 76 gender video, you fucking hack? When did Chris become the oracle of jokes? Well, with wee woo wee woo.
Like, he didn't go that route. See, he tried. No, I'm glad you brought that up because he can't go that route about the joke route because that flies in the face of his entire reputation. What he did was like, oh, look, I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying this is a beyond the pale. And then, suggesting that it's like, so out there to be a prick in a DM that it crosses every barrier and every line. I do think it crosses a line, just not the one he thinks. You know, I don't know. It's
well, you
so
know, Tommy,
ridiculous.
in the past I have been
Terribly
accused
funny.
of something.
Yeah.
One thing I was accused of in the past was sending donations to Bunty King as multiple different streamers.
Yeah.
And most of those weren't me.
Yeah.
But you know what? I thought about it and I thought that wasn't fair. So I got in contact with Twitch.
Yeah.
And after hours on the phone, I was actually able to charge them back.
All right, Leafy. Listen, can you do you remember the conversation when you first read that to me and said this is before Chris was good? I said that's a little fucking rough, and I remember saying that to you, and then you read me what he posted on Facebook. Is there any way I can read that? Because I would really.
Oh yeah, you want to read that?
Yes, I would like to read that.
We've been holding
I
this
would like
because-
to read what sort of spawned Nick's pettiness. Okay,
This is why we were
we're gonna
talking
put this
about
all in perspective right here,
Yeah.
right now. This is what.
And I think he called Ginger Heat a deadbeat dad.
Oh, did
Like
he?
this guy's no victim. Like, I don't know who he called a deadbeat dad, but it looks like it's Ginger
It's
Heat. Hold
Ginger,
on.
probably. Because Ginger didn't fuck with me enough when we got in our little tiff, apparently. That's
Do you want the
Bunty.
whole thing, or do
That's
you
what
want
I
to start
found
at
out,
one?
that Ginger didn't go fucking as hard on me as you thought he was, like it would have fucking done a goddamn thing anyway. Like, I give a shit what Ginger Heat thinks. You know?
He actually had a huge falling out with Ginger Heat, I've heard. He dissed him in a podcast like some sort of fucking gangster.
Yeah, Bunty's a gangster, for sure.
All right,
Yeah.
I sent you 4 screenshots.
What'd you say? I'm not here?
Yeah.
Send him here.
This is
I
what
really,
what
and
it
if for some reason Chris ever listens to this is what spawned this. And I don't know if it justifies it, but it makes it understandable.
Hey, here's the other thing. I don't know if you got to this point yet. It's kind of funny that all these fucking huge commentators jumped to defend me. I mean, to defend Bunty when I made a joke in his DM, acting like the joke police.
Yeah.
But I didn't see any of these guys come and step up for Ricky and Crip.
Oh no!
Like when Bunty had a falling out with them, I didn't see him go, Bunty, you're going a little too far with this.
I didn't.
Today, Susie Lou used Chris Raygun's post to try to get monetization removed from my channel. I didn't see Ethan Klein step in and go, no, that's kind of fucked up. You know who I saw do that? I saw Jeremy do that. Jeremy, someone I've had a fucking problem with. Someone who I've had drama with. Jeremy
really
stepped up and
we really
defended my
can't say
fucking right to
shit
make money on a
about-
platform.
We really can't say shit about Jeremy anymore. I'll be perfectly honest.
Dude, the guy's had my back
Whenever
for
he's
months.
had the whole goddamn internet's back. It's not just yours, it's Augie's. I mean, I can't even fucking bitch him out. I still think he's kind of a softie, and he can't dish it out as well as he can. He can dish it out a lot
I think
better
he's
than
got
he can
better
take
with it.
it.
I haven't seen one.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I really can't say it. But here's one thing I do respect. And I respected it when Ethan did it too. When he's going to bat for YouTubers, and he puts himself at risk to get noticed when he does this. But this is what spawned this. Hi, I'm trying to clean up my friends list on here, and this is his personal fucking Facebook. But of course, notice the globe. So he let everybody and their brother fucking know. Here, and bring myself down to the low hundreds from the thousands. My values have shifted dramatically over the past several months, and I really don't see the point of having such a bloated friends list. It's fucking funny already. So if you see this post and think, it would be kind of awkward if I bumped into him IRL, wouldn't you know to say, wouldn't be able to really make good conversation? Well, chances are the feeling is mutual. So, if you could just head over to my profile and hit unfriend, that would be absolutely swell. The world has too many people in it for connections that aren't going anywhere. Thanks. Edit. Yo, this is a way to mass unfriend. Is there a way to mass unfriend on the website? Or do I actually have to go to unfriend 2K people for real? All right. Yeah.
Now,
I feel
Bunty got
awful.
challenged
I
on
feel
that. Like,
fucking
one of his
terrible.
friends was like, what happened?
I feel fucking terrible that he said that. Curious to know, let's see, is that the one? All right, hold on a second, maybe. Curious to know what's changed before I commit, LOL. What's changed is that I'm highly aware on how I was treated during my formative years by people I thought were my friends.
Dude, this guy was 30. This guy was like in his
Formative years.
when were your formative years?
Yeah, well, you're supposed
Like this just happened.
well, you're supposed to peak at 30. That's what he's trying to say. You're supposed to like be
Was
on
this
it,
guy
but-
the punching bag his whole life?
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder that. I think it's his whole fucking, he's good with women thing, and so I'm starting to think that's all horseshit. It left me with a ton of self-confidence issues. Boo fucking who. And it's been a real journey building myself back up again. What? Talk about psychopath. You know, you have to have this fucking this almost like what is it, like this manic ego to feel good about yourself.
He's like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Tommy.
Speaking of fuck, yeah, I know. I think he's just crazy. How about that? I also don't have the time for people who don't give a fuck about me and really don't care to maintain appearances any longer. I mean, this is like the Onion wrote it. It's just so over the top. I get that and feel you, but maybe a little bit of self-responsibility is in order. The only thing you have full control over is yourself. An advert still like you, but the way... And then he writes back, in advert, the nugget of truth hits different. Somebody writes, what self-responsibility are you thinking of? I don't think I've done anything wrong to anybody, said every psychopath fucking ever, which is remarkable considering I've been surrounded by bad influence nearly my whole life. If I was going to respond to something to make sure I had absolutely to prove to everybody that I can't take care of myself, that I am completely fucking irresponsible. It's boo-hoo. It's everybody else. It's not fucking me. This is what I would write. I don't think I've done anything wrong to anyone, which is remarkable considering I'm surrounded by bad influence my whole life. Boo fucking who? So does anybody put a 1 in the chat if you really give a fuck? I'm not saying Nick's not out of line. That you if you really give a fuck.
You gotta go one more page, Tommy.
Oh, we're not done. Dribbling semen. What kind of person writes dribbling semen over and over again? That's beyond the pale. You know, it's just weird, isn't it? It's weird, Chris. It's strange. I mean, who would do that? I would never do that, but then I remember I'm in the fucking internet. All right, an advert. Your statement makes it sound like it's everyone else's fault for how you've turned out. I'm just questioning, which is, by the way, fair. I'm just questioning if it's a fair way to view it. I've seen you make the conscious choice to remain friends with assholes. I don't know. Pin, do you feel like I'm saying it's your fault? No, you said it was everybody else's fault. All the bad influence. It isn't. But reach back into my memory. I can remember on multiple occasions in which you and others, or my friend group at the time, made it a point to make me feel dumb and worthless. What are you doing? You had a therapy session? You sound like you're talking to your fucking husband. You know, especially when we were trying to do fun shit like play board games. I know some people that flew to Canada, and I knew some people that flew to Canada and were with you, and all fucking an advert did, then Bunty King, was fight with absolutely everybody and argue and bicker. So there's no fun going. I can only imagine what a headache a fucking simple board game would be with this asshole. I've spent my early adulthood looking up to people like you, Harley, Sterling, and I chalked it up to a lot of the shit that you guys shoveled in my faces. Tough love, which inevitably hardened me, but also left me feeling a lasting trauma that I have to manage every day. You sound like a woman! Like the more you read this, the more I don't give a shit. They're like, what? By the way, it's all public. It's all public. Fuck off, everybody. So he just didn't do it on YouTube. He just didn't do it on Twitter. Like, I don't know about you, but I don't, no fans, no nothing on Facebook. That's my portal to my family. Like, who the fuck is he talking to? Jesus Christ, grow up. You sound like a fucking teenage girl.
By the way, he's also gone on like lengthy rants about me on his Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Where like Ian Miles Chung and stuff have responded to it.
Oh.
Yeah, this has gone on for a while.
I do this for a living. I'm not on this shit. So I want to get to the part where Ginger. That I'm really interested in.
Yeah, there it is. It was I was the butt of the joke in our group. That one.
I was the butt of the joke in our group. God, who could? You know, I thought you're so really the happy laughing Bunty King is just a fucking. It's none of it's real, I guess.
But did you see it? The message? I was the butt of our group. That's how it starts. I think it was the third screenshot.
The third screenshot. I don't see it here. I always knew you'd be successful. Blah blah blah. And the terms I turned out, I've saved it. But that's how good he's doing. So I'm glad. I was occasionally made the choice to be friends with you guys. No, it's not there.
The one it is
One below.
Here it is. I was the butt of the joke in our group, an expendable loser, an easy target. Of course I'm not a victim. I'm epic. What I'm saying is Brad wasn't the only asshole I consciously remained friends with. Brad being I believe. But where's the one where he goes, where did he deadbeat? Oh, so while I'm this was the one where you stopped reading. Yeah. So while I'm glad you still like me, and it's very nice to see that you have a wonderful, happy family with a successful board game program for children. Honestly, it's really amazing. I don't understand why you think that's the only. I don't really understand why you think that the only asshole I made the conscious choice to remain friends with was a deadbeat dad. You guys were all assholes, and I consciously made the choice to remain friends with you guys because I thought you guys were all I had. And in terms of how I turned out, I've got a job. I'm saving money. I have a nice apartment. I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life. I've got a good heart, and I'm not a coward. So I don't really have much to complain about. But I'm angry at how I've been treated and discarded over the last couple of years. I'm really excited to see what it was all for. Man, the anticipation is killing me. What a fucking
fuck him. I'm glad you sent it. Fuck him. What somebody is completely like, isn't it great this guy didn't get that famous? Like, thank God that the bleeding stopped.
The best part is you can't even blame me. He was gone before I showed up. Dude, Medicare fucking put this guy in his mouth, chewed him, and spit him back out.
Yeah, and he couldn't get over everything. And then you remember, like, this whole thing went on like it was over and done a fucking year, and then he starts attacking me out of nowhere. You know, because I was hoping Crowder would get saved because, I mean, if anything, it's going to hurt the rest of us. But, you know, he's a fucking, he's a psychopath. Semen. Oh, boy. Maybe they stopped. Maybe you can't write the N-word anymore. And they stopped doing that.
You got to set it to a 10-second delay. It keeps him out.
I just did. I popped it 10-second delay. Tommy means more mods like me. Who are you, Zero the Hero? All right.
Dude, that's actually the semen guy. He's going to ban everybody as soon as he wants him. Really funny. Could you imagine he tricked Tommy?
Did that happen to DP when he's doing Twitch a couple weeks ago? He's like, I think you look like a normal person in a media. Because Levy's walking into a stream like he's a big streamer, penis, and like he's walking in like not streaming on Twitch very often, but you know he's got the following of a mega streamer. Now, he could be big on Twitch if he really felt like it. So those guys already have like a whole thing in place to protect them and have the mods give Leafy gave mod to whoever gave money. No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that.
Yeah, it was, dude. That's what fucked him. The first guy who donated said, hey, can I have mod? He gave mod to the first guy, and I was trying to talk to him through chat.
Yeah, I was trying to talk to him on Skype. I was like,
but every 30 seconds, he'd get another one like, doo-doo. Hey, can I have mod? Doo-doo. Can I have mod? And he's like, no more mods.
144p. It was really funny to watch.
Look who's back. Up and he literally went, hey, I'm sick or whatever. I think I'm dying. Could I please mod your stream? It would be really cool. And then the next guy came in. He goes, hey, I have no qualifications. I just want to be your fucking mod. Can you mod me? And he goes, I like your approach. You didn't try to pull the sympathy card.
All right, Teddy boy. I'm gonna we'll take some calls on that call tonight. I got about 15 minutes because I know I started late because of the tech issues. Teddy boy, you're on the air. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great, fantastic. How can I help you?
So. I've been looking at this Bunty stuff since the Ricky Berwick situation, and I've always thought he was just like a little pussy on the internet. But since in the stream, dude, I go to high school, and bitches in this school do not complain as much as this.
No,
it's literally sad. Like he's like pinned up in the corner like a little bitch, and he always acts like he's like a Chad.
Yeah, we use this word exposed often on the YouTube thing, but I mean, nobody was exposed more about projecting. And I think everybody does it a little bit to entertain, but nobody exposed more of a person that never existed, never breathed, than Bunty King. And I think that's why he was never really totally able to recover, because he was putting out this sort of schwammy, know-it-all person that has great relationships and successful. And this guy used to speak in schools, this Bunty King character. I mean, that's kind of funny. Imagine like being a senior in high school like 4 years ago, and then Bunty King came to speak at your fucking school in Toronto, and look at him now, or read what we just read to you, right? You know, the guy that went on the No Jumper podcast. I don't know how the fuck Adam fucking did. And maybe
Really?
you know, you do enough shit like that. He's an Adam 22, wasn't he? He went on No Jumper.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Bunty, yeah, he was.
Yeah, Bunty was on No Jumper. He didn't have 100K. He managed to pull it off.
That's sad.
So I mean, we're talking about somebody that has he is a master of the con. You know, and he can con you into being something bigger than he is. He's very, very good at it. But it's like he took on so many forms and he took on so many different ideas, none of which I don't think he believes in anything, that it just became so transparent. And then Mediger got him. And that was it. He couldn't roll it off.
Yeah.
Mediger got him.
Yeah, because during that whole Ricky Berwick situation, he kept shooting himself in the foot. Like,
over and over again.
Ordeal.
Well, that's when we really got mad at him. We started
really
dumping
bad.
on Ricky. And by the way, that's why I think he was going on fucking to Chris, because that's what he was doing to Ricky during that whole fucking time. He's like, "You're so mean to me. Put this out there. Come on, tweet. You didn't retweet enough of my tweets. Wah, wah, wah. It's everybody else's fault. It's not mine." It's really just unfucking believable. You have anything else?
Yeah, he's an adult.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think he's of
I have
legal
another
age.
question.
I think he's of legal
I have
age.
another question.
Sure, go ahead.
I saw Elvis and the Alien and all those commentary YouTubers. Do you think they're gonna like try to capitalize off this shit?
No, I think they already fucking lost.
Or do you think it's too small?
I think they wanted to. I think they thought I wouldn't be surprised if they got a heads up before fucking Chris tweeted it. They obviously, I've told you, they're all shit scared of Nick because they all put on bullshit personas. They all really don't have any opinions of themselves. They all just repeat talking points and they project an image rather than fucking having an opinion on absolutely anything over and over and over fucking again. They're little passive aggressive snarks. So when they meet somebody like Keemstar, like Nick, like me, that are actually aggressive, not passively aggressive, they don't know what the fuck to do. They can't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah.
They've been getting out of fucking conflicts by being bitches their whole lives. And you can't do that with somebody who's an A personality. You might be able to juke a B, but there is nothing worse in this world. Nothing worse. Snark is okay. I can deal with that. Sometimes it's funny. There is nothing worse. There is nothing that says that you are less of a man than being passive aggressive. It is encapsulated beautifully in the country of Italia, in the league called Serie A, when they roll on the ground waiting for the red card. I mean, that I think you just lose. I don't want to sound like fucking Tonka here, but then you lose your man card. For Christ's sakes. And, here we got all these. And by the way, Chris ain't the only one. And none of these guys. I like some of these guys, right? But they're all fucking trying to get you by getting the fucking free kick or the penalty shot. And it's really fucking lame. It's lame. It would have been much cooler if Nick said, "You don't talk to my fucking friend like that again, you piece of shit. How fucking dare you? You know what kind of hard time he's going through? Who do you think you are? You didn't make a fucking enough money on this shit? You got to jump on my friend?" That's a whole different situation. But no. I don't know. Maybe it's just a little above the pale. Maybe there's something going on over here. Maybe he's a psychopath. I didn't say that. I said sociopath. But, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
I mean,
ugh! That's why I respect you guys so much.
All right, man.
Slap someone's passive aggressive bubble because
I live for it. I don't care. I don't care if it's somebody I like. So yeah, I think somebody put Chris up to this. I'm sure there was he wanted to help his friend to a certain extent. I think somebody put Chris up for this. I think they all heard about it and they all got real fucking excited because Nick has bitch laughed Elvis before. Right? And here's another thing about Elvis the fucking alien.
I actually was really nice to Elvis. I really was really
good
but
that
doesn't
mean they like you. That doesn't mean they like you. That a lot of people.
I know. It doesn't mean they have to
Deji
like
called.
Nick,
Deji called me one time on the show. Said he was going to be on too. He was really fucking nice to me. In fact, I have it clipped. I mean,
I'm just saying. I showed him.
Spell my name right, you idiot.
Podcast once when my Twitter was blowing up. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm trying. I was trying to be cool with him. I know we had a little spat earlier on. He unblocked me after Willie talked to him or whatever. We were all good, and then he took a huge fucking jab at me right there. I thought it was really interesting. So I had to bring up the fact that this guy also facilitated false allegations against the YouTuber.
Real quick, Marty's on fire. Tommy C. Real men blow fucking fuse. There's a couple ways you could do it. You completely missed my point. If you came up and blew a fuse and actually showed some fucking emotion instead of some kind of passive aggressive, like, I don't know, maybe he belongs in the hospital with a straitjacket, I could take that a lot more serious. There are probably a much better ways. That's the way I handle it. I blow a fuse. There's probably a lot of different ways, but there is no more fake, cowardly, and fucking less than a man way. And by the way, all these commentators have shit fucking tons of trouble with women. What a big shock. Because nothing reeks of pussy more than a guy that's going that route. I would have much more respect, even if he did blow a fuse. Nick, I swear to God. I swear to God. You talk to my fucking friend, I wouldn't even care if he said, I'll get you out of sponsors. I'm not helping you. You're a piece of shit. Something. Instead of, we're going to do the back way, and I hope my fucking little...
It's because Chris Ray-gun can't do anything to me. It's because we don't have any audience shared.
He got suckered into this. I guarantee you it. Guarantee, because it did no damage, and now we got a great copy pasta, which is really how we started with Bunty King. What was the Bunty King copy pasta, Nick? I don't know who you are, or where... What was that one? Yeah, it sounded like his.
Yeah,
Chris is being hot-bred. He's not being overdressed. He's being hot. No, he's being a snark. And he was being hyperbolic, but he was like, yeah, but I'm sure he would have stopped fucking if Ethan Klein and fucking Elvis the Airy actually made some ground instead of deleting their tweets and looking like idiots. I'm sure he would say, hey, guys, I was being hyperbolic. Calm down. I'm really not saying he's crazy. Yeah, Jen, I'm sure that he would have done that.
I hate H3 so much. It's just because he always acts like he's on the top of the podium, and then as soon as someone calls him out for something, he hits the bottom. Like when he acted on Keemstar sponsors and took out G Fuel, dude. That's like when the first thing people think of when Keemstar is not only Drama Alert, it's G Fuel, and now you can't think like that because he fucked them up. And he went down to the bottom podium.
Yeah, I'm sick of talking to that guy. Get out of here, Teddy. Bye. I'm so sick of talking about H3 and Keem.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of H3 and Keem, I just uploaded my content nuke Ethan Klein to Storyfire, testing the upload feature right now. Trying to figure out how I'm going to handle exclusive content over there. Great new platform.
I can't wait. I already started making it.
Actually, if you guys check out my Storyfire at midnight, I'm going to be re-uploading the Bunty King episode because it's relevant again. That's going to be the second upload of my Storyfire.
You might want to check into it. They say they own it if you upload it there. So if you upload stuff there, they might start claiming. You got to look into that before you do it.
All right.
You gotta wait. You gotta hold on. Well, I mean, I had somebody like some idiot on the internet. It was so fucking funny. Are you okay with blowbacks? That's probably a Tonka idiot. Uploading your fucking material. That means Storyfire owns it. So if I upload Michael Jackson and my little girl,
you're a fucking
Columbia, like Fires. They own Thriller from Columbia Records. Like, get the fuck out of here. Actually, I don't own Bobax's stuff, even if he uses my clips, as long as it's under fair use. He owns that. He doesn't own the clip as far as being mine and I'm not be able to do something, but he owns the fucking project that he made with my stuff in it. That's called fair use. So, no, I'm not terribly worried about it, and I'm sure they couldn't. But I am slightly worried about if you upload there, they could fucking claim it down the road. So I think that's a possibility.
You see, if they do that, though, that will ruin Jesse and destroy his platform.
Here's the thing. If they take off and they do it, then you have a problem. It's like it's okay as long as they suck, which is not what we want. We don't want them to suck. Yeah, so you just look into it, and we'll talk to fucking somebody who knows something. It might have been something the lawyers put in there that they'll never fucking react on, but it is something to think about. Let's see, tedious. Shop the point, bitch. He still can't spell his name. My goddamn name's in a goddamn dipshit. You're on the air, Tedious. How are you?
Hey, good evening, guys.
How can I help you?
I just wanted to play against what you guys have laid out today. I want to say that Nick is definitely a psychopath, dude.
Okay.
Nah, dude. I was at my local Walmart, and I saw him. He was going down the aisle. This is besides the point. He had like 5 Alienwares in his cart. I don't know how those got there. I'm pretty sure they don't sell those there. He might have just brought those with him. It's like walking the dog, something like that. But
can each of them play Cyberpunk?
Yeah, no, he had his copies of Cyberpunk.
Actually,
there.
you really got to be careful, Nick. You ever hear of the 5 families in New York?
No.
Well, there's one called the Diorio family, but they're on Long Island. They're kind of the 6th family, so look out.
Oh shit!
I
was walking down. And
they're in Massapequa. They're not anywhere cool.
I bumped him on the arm walking down, and he reeled his head back at me, and he said, "I'm gonna make a 50-minute video about you." I was like, my jaw dropped. Yeah, fucking psychopath.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later, Tedious. Take care. Thanks for the fucking nut job. It's Daniel. You're on the air. Hello.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
Hey, what's up, Tommy?
Hey, what's up, man?
You
gonna fix your car while you're there? Or? Why don't you take a cat?
Can you
while
explain
you're
to me, like, why people always go and use the psychopath route, especially with the liberals and SJW?
Yeah, it's buzzword. It's buzzword. I do it too. I can't even jump on Chris too much for that. I mean, I think he was trying to damage Nick. That's what pissed me off. I don't think it was just my opinion. I'm not buying that because it was so out of left field. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be just he pissed him off, but it was just like it was snark, and it was passive aggressive. You know, wow, I would never do that.
Now,
I know so many crazy people. You know, so many crazy people, and that's the worst thing you fucking seen. Give me a break. Give me a fucking break. I had a guy fucking find a picture on Facebook of me and my daughter and fucking make a whole website saying it was my girlfriend. So get the fuck out of here, Chris. And I'm not I probably haven't got a fucking 10% of the hate that Chris has got over the past fucking 7 years. You know. Oh
Christ.
All right, got anything else there?
Yeah.
Right,
I'm never.
You can't do that. You're doing too much in the background. Doctorson, you're on the air.
Tell me, boy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can with your stupid Irish accent.
Well, fuck.
You sound like
you
sound like a leprechaun. Where's me gold? Me gold? Me gold? You don't even sound like an Irishman.
And you're denying your own righteous accent. Now that's
all right, go ahead.
I'm here to fight about the fact that you left Ireland behind you.
I didn't. Grandpa Patrick left it behind. I don't know anything about that shit. I went back. I went to the Leprechaun Museum in Dublin.
Don't come back. Stay away. Never come back. You're a snake. Now hear me out, Tommy. I wish you were doing love phones. I love the love phones, but I just wanted to say this.
Yes.
Now, Anand, it seems that his career is as dead as all the hookers in me fucking basement. Have a nice day,
have a good day, Doctorson. Have a good one. Okay. I guess that was yeah, hookers in his basement. You want to back that up with Green Man?
I'm a fucking cock.
Yes, you are. Pantless Gamer, you're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
That's not going to work, Pantless
That's not
Gamer.
going to work.
No, sir.
That's a perfect
no,
echo,
sir. Catacomics, you're on the air. How can I help you?
Tommy, see, we gotta talk about something.
I would imagine.
Fire.
What about it?
You've been taking the base pill, Vin.
I'm taking the base pill.
Bro, he almost got banned, dude.
He almost got banned.
He was that close to getting banned day one.
Yeah, I like it. I could say a lot more crazy stuff that either wouldn't get me any attention or nobody would laugh except like the hardcore. I don't know. It's just like I feel like I had fun tweeting over there today. I felt like I had more room. I don't know.
Yeah, but the problem is, it says to take once daily, but you're overdosing on the base pill. You're saying the N-word in crime statistics.
I didn't say the N-word once. Are you kidding me? I'm crazy. Get out of here, Wigger.
I know. I'm just
joking. Tommy was just sitting there, and he's just like,
the N-word over
ratio and over again. Of white to black crime in the United States.
Glass of milk. You're on the air.
Nigger.
Glass of milk.
Stop the point, bitch.
Greg Cowabunk. Jesus Christ. I think that's it. All right. I just to piss off Nick. What do you got to say?
Oh God.
Where's me gold? Oh, green.
But despite making up 15% of the population, Keemstar makes 100% of the paedophile allegations on YouTube.
Does he? 100%? I thought the T community, actually the anti-O community probably fucking has Keem beat, so you're wrong.
Whoa.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for
What
a
happened?
person of color.
Tommy, read this fucking tweet, bro.
What happened?
Whoa,
What
hold
happened?
on.
So we got breaking
I
news?
don't know if this is real, but this is anonymous Gene, so I don't know if that's really Chris, but it looks really bad if it is.
Oh, this is Chris
Just
Hansen?
a preface.
We got
Holy shit, dude.
Where are you sending this shit?
Same place.
Where was that?
I've been sending it to you on Twitter all show.
All right.
You always say Twitter on shows.
Yeah. I'm waiting. John Swan to piss off Gene. Let's check this out.
Make sure you put it on screen.
Is this it right here?
Yeah, there's 3 pieces to it.
All right. So John buys a cameo from Chris Hansen with a credit card, and this is legit information on it. And John doesn't think I have it. Wow.
What?
That's
Look
just
at the next
dumb.
picture.
Yeah, it's just not good for him. June 14th. Do you have a copy of each video? I don't know, but they should be out on Cameo on your Cameo account if you made it and your video is paid for. Kay, doing research. The Maps one and the Maps one and the shit. There's another one. Found it. The Maps one is John. What? Shiloh can confirm. I found it. I will shit myself if I am right. His name is blank. Vanessa from Carrier. Hey, John, thanks for reaching out. The only information that talent will see when we get the order is information that was filled on the booking form. That's it. Let me know if you have any other questions, Vanessa.
They're trying to dox John with his cameos.
Wow.
If that's really Chris. I mean, he's posted real shit with Chris before, but he could be faking it.
Yeah, who knows?
And it really looks like it, though. I mean, considering that Gene's filed a fucking DMCA against John.
Well, I mean, if you made a credit card, well, we can go to credit. They take credit cards over there, and he can get the stuff. Well, that means
Cameo just said they don't give your credit card information to the person.
They said don't give your credit card information?
Only the stuff that you fill out with the form. So your name, if you put your name, and all that stuff.
Because I mean, if you pass some, I know if you have a business and use somebody's credit card or pass it around or something, you're fucking liable.
Here's the deal. I don't know if this is out there, but I'm going to give you some insider information.
Mm-hmm.
You know the Repsion stuff that's been going on?
A little bit, not heavy. What?
There was a leaked image of Chris Hansen talking about the Repsion shit to Gene.
Yeah.
Going, isn't that guy some dude who's fucking sleeping with somebody he met when he was 16? Oh, no, when she was 12 or whatever?
Yeah.
Like Chris said that apparently, allegedly.
All right, look at it.
And then Repsion reached out to him, and he fucking brushed him off.
Anybody's gonna be a pedo. Anybody. Well, the interesting is, how did this leak?
Gene just keeps posting his things because Gene actually worked with Chris Hansen.
But we know that.
Apparently, he still works with Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
The fact that we know is that he was the one who set up Angry Slug Productions with Chris, and he's also the guy who was the leaker of Chris Hansen being at Onision's house.
Interessant.
Because he was in the group chat. He might have given Chris the information to go to
That's
Greg's
crazy.
house.
Oh, really?
I mean, he's a doxer who's known for doxing Greg, and he's in the group chat at his house with the video before it broke publicly. He gave it to
Wow,
what's his name?
information was out there. It wasn't. I think.
I got that. Like that's how he got it probably. Because
Yeah.
this guy's not like some fucking mega hacker.
No,
but
he's
what this
not.
dude did is he had the video of Chris in front of the house. Remember that? Like you reported on this guy's tweet. He gave it to Greg Bundy, and Greg Bundy gave it to Jay Aubrey, and then it blew up, and everyone's like, "Yo, Hansen might actually be at Onision's house." And then they started posting the videos the next few days, and you were speculating that it was promotion. Nah, Gene just dropped it.
I think that's some shit. Well, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, these people are all. This is just this shit's for losers. Like the more I realize, especially with Chris Hansen and just social media in general, it's probably like what television was always like. Like television is it's just for fucking losers and weirdos. It really is. It just brings out the worst in people. You know, and I'm not trying to sit there and say I'm better than everybody, you know, but it's just like you meet, and I'll even go this far. I'm pretty bad, but I mean, you meet just the absolute fucking worst goddamn people, imaginable. All right, I'm gonna call it a day, everybody. Thanks so much for calling in. Thanks so much for your donations. I might want to read one or two off. Let me see if I can get here. I think I got most of the super berries, but I didn't get any of the other stuff, which is very important because they don't steal as much from me. So I want to take a look at I'm going to glance through some of the donations, and we'll just call it a day. Recent events. Come on, this fucking thing is the worst. Okay. Penis. No, I'm just kidding. Flex tape. Bunty Cuck should just transition already, and then his feminine whining and crying will make sense. If you want a real Hindi man, he's not a Hindi, he's Sikh. Go watch Mudahar. He's a Muslim. You really got it all wrong. Flex tape. Thanks so much, Tipster. You've completely droned this man into sanity, Nick. Shame on you. Banana Grabber. Nick doesn't use mercy often, which is why it's so jarring to them. That's probably true. And why it's so effective. They can't talk him down either. They can't
Did you see what I said to Susie Lou?
Yeah, what you said to her.
Pull this up really quick.
I wish you guys would just stop talking to her. I'm personally honest.
Well, you know, she tweeted out saying that Nick should be removed from the YouTube partner program, so I responded.
Well, that means they couldn't do it behind the scenes.
Yeah, look at this. Here, look at this chain, dude. This is a great chain. I took a shot at it. I literally started with Susie Lou and I finished off on Chris Ray-gun.
Just get you back anyway. Where'd you sign up? Yeah, Nick.
Pull up that chain.
I think the best thing to do. All right, you need to sign in. Oh, I see.
Yeah, go back.
Tina is getting leading to doctors. Maybe we can make Nick's channel as long as the long list is currently under review. That's funny.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Susie, I don't know if you know this, but everybody
all right,
that you went
say
after...
You, Tipster, stop fucking talking to her. Really, you all got.
Well, I don't talk to her. She just named me specifically.
Yeah, I think even if she names you, I think
look at the response.
Go
go back. I DM'd it to you. You clicked my name, not the tweet.
All right.
Just hit back on the. Yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry. Who are you again? But you said that last week, didn't you?
Yeah. Look at the next one.
I critique better. Hey team, I see. She quote tweeted.
Yeah, but look at my next tweet under that on the right.
I'm sorry. Who are you again? What, on the right, on the other half.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, and then this one right here. Yes.
Yeah, I said, who are you again? Oh, right, you're the other half of the computer that Bunty funded.
All right. I think we're done. Let me read a couple more of those things. Banana Grabber, thanks so much. Bumboy, Nick is definitely being a prick, but Chris's reaction to the situation shows that you're in Willie Wiener's fat black chocolate dick factory. Willie Wiener's, and you just won the golden ticket. Sal Manella Fitzgerald. Elvis is the kind of dude to switch sides and COD when he's losing. I mean, you used to be able to do that, right? Luke, remember when Elvis made a video crime? Yeah, we heard that one. Sergeant Payne is investigating Nick's crimes as we speak. Surprise!
Yo, commentator Edward in chat said Nick, stop caring about people what people think of you. Ed, I haven't listened to a single thing you've said in the past 6 months. I really don't care what people think about me.
All right, I'm fucking done. I'm outie 5,000. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday. Close out the week. That's 4, baby. You're out.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence, devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist, fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne, running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me.
I make sure one N-word per show, and if I drop the ball, Real Talk picks it up.
Blackstone, 6 Mount of Danger.
Song Real Talk, check it out on Spotify.
Affiliated the evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headlock.
Peace, weak room.
I'm a cock. I'm a fucking cock.
That make it?
Yes, it sure did.
Hell yeah.